All right, guys, you got a pretty cool little lock here. If you can believe the advertiser on eBay, they call this the Aggressor. It is an Australian post office box lock. And, you know, all the pieces fit. It does say, here's the key, by the way. So awesome bidding, got some really low cuts in the front, protecting those high cuts in the back. Do not duplicate, which you would expect to see in a post office box. Sydney, so yeah, Australia, and Aggressor again. So I don't know if that's the brand, you know, the manufacturer or model or what. Anyway, what's weird about this lock? There are 7 cuts on the on the key, but there's only 5 pinholes here. But I can see when I look in here, there are, let me grab a light here so maybe you guys can see it through the camera. The first pin is recessed quite a bit, and that makes sense. It would have to be to reach back to the Bible, and this will allow it to fit into the back of the post office box. So that would be the thickness of the door right there. The actuator is on the bottom, cut out from the body of the lock, so you only have to rotate it just a tiny bit to get an open, not even, you know, maybe 20 degrees, and I'm guessing there, not very much. So everything fits. I just don't know enough about Australian locks to say if this is a real one or not. Anyway, 7-pinner. Let me go ahead and clamp this guy up, and let's see if we can't get this dude picked. These ought to be pretty tough. They're coming from the post office. All right, I think that will hold it. My original intention was to try to fit one of these guys from 3D Locksport. But because of the odd profile of this guy, plus the actuator on the bottom, nothing was going to work. So we got to do this thing old school, clamped up. Let me try the key just to make sure that the actuator's floating free, and it is. So there's locked, and the key removed, and there is unlocked, and the key will not come out. So key retaining. All we got to do is turn that dude just a little bit. All right, I'm going to try... Yeah, so this is a 1.2, the SP14 from Multipick. And he actually has a little flop in there, but we're going to stay with it. And in terms of picks, let's see what we got here. How about this guy? This is the DeForest half ball, 25,000. I think that says PN02. That's from Multipick, of course. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert the pick all the way and apply very light tension, and then kind of drag it out. Try not to drag out my tensioning tool, but I'm just dragging it out against the pins, hoping that I can let kind of like rake 1 or 2 of those pins, hopefully. Anyway, it's not turning, so oh man. That worked too good. That's an open. There's an open. Let's do that again. All right, super light tension all the way in, and let's just try dragging it. I can't believe it would be that easy for a lock called the Aggressor, but yet, there we go, pick number 2. All right, let's go ahead and gut it. Let's see what's inside of this guy. So let me lock him back up, and I'm going to have to take the actuator off of the bottom, and let me get my pinning tray over here. We're going to need that key in just a minute. Get all that junk out of there. And I'm going to need, looks like a baby Phillips. And there's a baby Phillips. Come out. There's no Loctite. I think that was just rusted in place. This one's a little easier. All right, you know, I thought we would find more pins, and it looking down there, I think I can see a pin, but there was only 5 here, so unless there's 2 up in there might very well be. I can't really see through the crack, but stop flapping your lips, Bill. Get on with the gutting. All right, we need a tool. We need a special tool to open that up, and I just happen to have a set right here. I think that'll be the right size. Come on. All right. Let's get that key. And let's see what happens here. So if we Okay, now it's really, okay, now we can rotate it any way we want to because that actuator's not getting stopped. I'm going to flip it right about there, and hopefully one of these is going to be about the right size. So the pins are going to be over there. I need to locate it just about like that. And there we go. So it truly is a 7-pinner. I don't see anything odd. Notice the top of these are chamfered just a little bit. And I'm really not sure. That seems to me it would make it a little bit easier to pick. Let's start dumping stuff. Standard. And I think these are all going to be standards. The way it rakes so quickly 2 times in a row. And I would not have expected that from a postal lock. I don't see anything down in there, guys. No, let me find my flashlight here. I don't see any serrations. Nothing. Perfectly bare on the core. All right, so we got that part done. And it's too long even to fit in there. All right, let's take a look down in here and see what we got. And again, I'm really not expecting anything too spectacular based on how quickly this thing raked. Now, notice how far that is back because of the thickness of the door. Make sure we're not zoomed here so everything works. All right, we got a standard. 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 Yep, all standard. Let's flip around and go from the other side so we can see what's going on. Hopefully. Oops, another standard. Number 6. Standard. Doesn't matter. They're all the same, I think. Completely stock. Another standard. And surprisingly, the springs all appear to be in pretty good shape. Nice and shiny. None of them deformed or corroded in any way. Nothing special about the Aggressor. Not really very aggressive, was it? Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. Yeah, stay away from Australian post office boxes. Thanks, guys.